Good morning, guys. I think it's almost midnight here. So, yeah, that was my gift. First birthday gift. Another one I'm really grateful for is my children. Why do I say it's my birthday gift? It's because I have not been able to have birthday together with my children for many, many, many years. Not even due to interstate. Now, it had been issue for the last few years, but I'm going before that. Even before me and my ex and the children lived in different state, he took my kids purposely, I think, on my birthdays, Easter, and Christmas. Now, if you know, that's the most important festivals that we have. Every single year, he did that. And every single birthday, every single festival, every single Christmas, I didn't know how I was gonna make it and survive. And pushing through all the challenges, I didn't fully process my emotions. And he does not like it when I pick this up psychically. As you all healers or life coach, you know how there's energetic field. Yeah, I'm not scared of him anymore. I'm done, and I didn't ask him for money. I didn't ask him for compromise. Sorry about that. And I couldn't believe I just swallowed all this not very fair deals. There was no deal. There was no discussion. With him, there was never discussion. And then they lived in rural town in Melbourne. God, I'm pretty sure he already cheated it so many times because the song was all over there before we even broke up. I lost my train of thought. Then he never was honest about what really going on with him and which woman. My children never knew, but sexually he was still teasing me, harassing me, even though I just want to give him a normal hug as a friend to see if he's okay or being kind, be appropriate. He would go not appropriate. And so all of those years I had to learn how to be grateful that I still have my children. But on my birthday, dealing with all of this, on my birthday happened to be the day that I get to scream and cry because I was so lonely, because I have no kids with me. And the only reason that pushed me through those marriage was that I really wanted to give myself a chance to have children because I love the children. I wanted them to not have the suffering that I gone through. Never have I thought that this could happen. I did not plan to have this happen. Noticed now, looking back, the trauma was quite intense. There was a lot of testing unconsciously, and consciously, and super spiritual consciously. The soul contracts was really just not fun because we had a lot of family interference from my side. And I still think if he could be more honest, he would be a great man. He was great, like he was better than other exes. I have gone through abuse from other ex. But this year, I have my kids here for my birthday. I'm 37. So for the first time, I get to sit at the same table with the children I had a 3 C-section for. And it feels surreal. So this is my best birthday present. My children, Brianna, Benjamin, and Ryan Alexander. Ryan has a middle name because I was really connected. I was guided to give him middle name named after the great Alexander. So I'm super proud of him. Benjamin's name never felt like it needed a middle name, feel like fully complete. Brianna as well. Ryan felt like there was two spirits watching over him. Genetic wise, Brianna, Benjamin felt like a group together for each of them. So Ryan seemed to have two leaders and then have two groups, but they became one group, if that makes sense. Like they are one group, but they have two components. So I'm so glad to have these beautiful 3 children and make my days easier. And I'm also grateful that my ex had some common senses to not cause my children health issue. I'm still in my head thinking, did he cheat and have this issue in between the first and second pregnancy? I really was, because I had an issue trying to get Benjamin and I had a feel spirit baby because I'm psychic. I was really hoping he wasn't, because I was very much like in love with him on a different level, but in pain. Like I was inside a spirit, but the one driving my body was not aligned with my true I amness, and was actually affected by my genetic pattern from my father and my mother's infidelity towards each other and their recklessness. But because my higher self was controlling the drive, I never allowed them to be anywhere, be unkind to him, unloyal to him. I do everything I can. And deep down inside, I know I deserve better. So I'm grateful that I never dated one man. The people think that it's easy to just get an inbound boy. It's not. Look, I think you and me both been there. If you're facing breakup, don't get an inbound boy, because, or inbound girl if you're a boy. It's not gonna solve your problem. Your problem's still there. You're still gonna have the hurt. You may bite your lips until it's full lips and then start crying because it's not a good kind of feeling. You may as well just eat hot chili, right? And then dip your lips in the ice cream to cool it down, or beanbag, I don't know. But I'm always scared that if I speak too loud, people gonna scream. But they know the main character in my life. They don't own this, and they can just get out of my life. So I'm super grateful that today I built a line. If you don't like me, get out of my life. I ain't got time to waste. Between recovering, shaping, studying, healing, coaching, exercising, gardening, I ain't got time for time wasters, for small talkers who doesn't truly love me, who just small talk just so that they pretend they like me. Seriously, like they pretend. What's the point to pretend you love someone? I'm super grateful that I'm 37 years old and I feel younger. When you have health challenge that someone else just decided to cheat on you and hidden it and caused you life risks that brought out a lot of other health problems, tons. I have a whole list. If I had evidence, you know where he'd be going, and I would get my justice. I'm so grateful that this happened before my birthday. This review by my GP, specialist GP. I'm super grateful for the right blood test. Instead, my doctor said, "Oh, that was a mistake. They ordered different blood test," and I'm like, "No, that's not the wrong blood test. That's exactly what I need." The universe did me a favor to say, "Hey, you don't need that one. You're okay with that. You need to do this one. You need to know how good your heart is, and he didn't deserve you all those years. That's why your mind was going away, because soul knows everything." And count how many years that had been. He's been cheating me since 2012. Oh my god. Must be because that was the years that I felt suicidal and painful and lonely, crying, depressed. And that was only when I had my second baby. And I loved him so much. I just couldn't love him in the way that he feel that he can connect with me, because he was not in touch with his emotion. He was not in touch with his humanity. He was not in touch with his soul. Okay, he's talented. I don't think, even if I had evidence, took him to court for all of this health challenge damage, that he gave me money gonna mean anything or compensation. And it won't. It'll help me heal my health, but emotional wise, how does a loyal wife process this? And I finally realized why. One day I was just sitting on the bed and crying to him and said I couldn't do it anymore. And I still didn't know if I suspected. I didn't have full evidence that he physically cheated. I just know my psychic friend was reporting to me. So I'm grateful for friends that have psychic senses. One called me from somewhere in Australia, was a medium, but no longer my friend because, I'm not gonna dish him out. But let's say I didn't want to conform to his plan of infidelity towards his wife. I wasn't interested in him in that way. The other one was my friend back then, and she caught my ex on the phone, and when she opened the door, he jumped up, and I know who that was on. I know her full name, but they had a distance physically. So this lady, or a few ladies, had with him wasn't even that one. I'm grateful that I'm a higher standard woman, that I have sovereignty and dignity. I would never want to cheat with someone. I don't want to cheat anybody with anyone. And if someone say they were single and they had girlfriend or wife, before she do something, I would have slapped him. Or energetic, like boundary wise, like get out of my life. I don't want to see you again. How dare you treat that woman, or how dare you treat that man? Well, it would be a woman because my sexuality is straight. So I'm grateful of my clarity, where to go from now, what I need to heal, how to process my sacral chakra, my heart chakra, my crown chakra, root chakra, everything's being sorted. I removed those 4 sinkholes so my energy could, instead of 7 layers, become one rainbow energetic body and integrating with each other. I don't believe in ascension symptom anymore. I know it's just this residue of what sinkhole did. It can no longer do that. I am the challenge for myself. I don't believe that if I'm intelligent, I have no blockage, that someone's attacking me. I think that's my fear. I think all of us have to get rid of that fear and start let work, huh? I'm grateful for my strengths. An ice cream cake is coming. I wanted ice cream cake. What else am I grateful for? Crystal Bean, my new autoimmune therapist. She's giving me her program to do, and she's coaching me to heal. My specialist GP doctor Kanav Malhotra, my psychiatrist Tom Wilmot, my clinical psychologist Simone. I know that there's corruption in the governments and politicians have so much money and they're cutting pension and all, but I'm so grateful still. Even though this happened, it doesn't take away how grateful I am that we live in a country there's warfare. Welfare, not warfare. Oh my God, welfare. I'm super grateful. And I'm my occupational therapist. I'm grateful for that. There's a lot of gratitude. And now I'm grateful for my mattress. I'm so sleepy. I had a good day. I had a good night. I'm grateful for healing resonance that's been healing me. This thing. Healing resonance that scans my aura that I can put on my phone. And it scans me in real time. I can change to any photo and then it tell me straight away. So I know when and how and in what way, which part of my energy is going better, what challenge I'm facing, what I need to heal. For all of you that have chronic illness, challenges, pain, suffering, fatigue, or you just want to improve and want to heal your chakras, sleeping issues, or beauty, or whatever, this covers it all. And for everybody that paying $10,000 for different therapy and things, this one covers everything, soul and body. And I didn't exactly had a spare money to just throw, but I made it happen. I really believe when your health depends on it, things happen. I got a Healy Gold with my friend Ashley. I was so grateful for you. She called me out of blue, told me about Healy, and I'm like, yeah, I need it. I was on welfare because it was locked down. I stopped working. So I just saved up and I just bought it. And it was 800 something, 729 SG, which is Singaporean money. Then I saved up for a promotion for Holy Stick Plus. And it was good time because you get to own it outright. Now you have to pay and then you have to rent monthly for the programs. So it was half price for the gap fee, half price because it was promotion. Then when my daughter, like this is the funny thing, all those years I had the house challenge. I had the challenge to get healing resonance that me and my friend was discussing. She really wanted me to help. She really want to help me, sorry. But when my ex-husband did the J word, or you can say the V word, to my daughter, we did the energy exchange, and I was grateful for her. I want to give her so much more than what I gave her, but I did give her tons of crystals, and they all hundreds and thousands of dollars. I know I didn't have to give her extra. She would never ask, but I want her to have it. Deep down inside, I realized I was scared if I'm gonna die, where the crystal gonna go, and I want them to go to someone who's already a healer and a coach, and she's a marvelous healer and a coach, and I'm aware of this. I'm no longer denying this, but I realized today, before my birthday, which is tomorrow, I no longer want to be dead. I don't want to go like this. I want to stand up for my health. I never wanted to die since I became a healer. That it was just torment of the health battle, and the psychic realm was too challenging, and it was that I didn't want to torment anymore. I never wanted to leave. I just refused to torment. So there's a difference, and if you are a star being and you going through health issues and psychic issues, talking to someone works, work with someone who gone through this works, coaching works. I know that with hypnosis you need to be careful. With an LP you need to be careful. You need to see if you need to talk to the therapist about your mental and physical health. They should do analysis. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. And with hypnosis, most people don't do the psychic protection part. I do. Unless they are spiritual quantum hypnotherapists, then they do. And I don't like the snakes. I never use snake as totem anymore. I have one skull that have snake on it, and it's a Egyptian skull, and they have cobras. So now I need to clear that too, energetic wise, so that they're not going to betray the summer light. Hopefully the High Syrian Council is taking care of it. Anyways, gratitude of having compassion and courage and wisdom regardless what's happening in my life. Gratitude for people loving me in their best ability, even though they disagree and don't believe in anything I do, which really, really, it hurts. It's just really, really, really hurt. But they do care about you in their way. They just don't believe or love anything you do. Does it make sense together? I'm still figuring that one out. How is it even possible? But it's true. Because that's their brain have, switches by MK Ultra or Senators or whatever. But they put a devil and poster in the bedroom, and I'm thinking that's their way in to your brain and psyche. And I can only help them, like, purifying it. But the real purification is to have faith and trust in your soul, to work on your soul, to know the realm again. And then suddenly they don't believe in anything you do, and then they start falling in love with, they start buying you gifts like this, so they love you. And then and I love my Truth and Justice rock. I bought it myself as a gift. And then they fall in love with singing bowls. And the spirit was showing me, do you see? They don't love or trust anything you like. It's because of the interference. But the spirit have ways to open doors to your heart and their heart to build a bridge, to bring them back to the spirit in their own due time. Sometimes we just need to be grateful for what we can have from them and not expect them to change, but allow them to change and accept them when they do on their own term. Some better we fight and some better we don't. And gratitude is in every little moment what is positive, non-biased, non-spiritual bypass positive and negative. And just be grateful for the fact that you're doing the best with all the challenges you have, and just let the negative people shut up for change. And if they don't, tell them firmly but politely, please be quiet, I didn't ask your advice. And see how that works out for you. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable. But if you work at it, and I know you will, you'll get there. You'll become more grateful for yourself before you freak out, panic, or have depression. That's how I gone through all those years without my kids. I know you can do it too. It become a better day, become a sunnier day, become a happier day, and wonderful day. And my world is much better now. I have you in it because I know I'm making an impact that you don't have to suffer what I have suffered. And if you need me, my email is emotionalfreedom2020@gmail.com, and I only allow decent people. I will suss out your energy, and if you are not a sovereign being, I delete it. And only inquiries are allowed. Adios, amigas. Ask you. Ryan.